Boy, oh boy, we're getting into a bit of a deep dive here with Intonation on Get a Better Broadcast Podcast and Video Voice. Hello, I'm Peter Stewart, background in training BBC newsreaders for radio and TV, national and international services, local and regional as well, right across the UK, and for broadcasts which go abroad as well and around the world, as I say. Talking about intonation, and yesterday we were talking, weren't we, about looking for the balance, the fulcrum in a story, because very often a story, what makes a story is that they're saying this and they are saying that, yeah, or that's happening over there, but this is happening over here. Yes, it's that tension which, whether it's a news story or whether it's an actual novel, maybe an ebook that you're reading, you've very often got that tension which makes the story. Yeah, you've got that disagreement which is going on. And so yesterday, if you haven't heard the podcast, yesterday I was talking about how you identify what those tensions are and how you lift and draw attention to those different parts of a sentence which balance one another out. So go back and listen to that if you would like. Episode 295 in our daily look at what helps you get a better broadcast, podcast and video voice. Today, contrasts within contrasts. Yeah, so yesterday talking about some straightforward contrasts, this over there, that over here, but let's make it a bit more fun because sometimes there's more than one contrast or contrasts within contrasts. Let me give you an example. Here's a script from a car dealership, okay, for an advert. Some dealerships give you a free vehicle wash with every service. We give an internal valet too, with every service and every winter tyre change. So, we've got several contrasts there. We've got some dealerships and we. Some dealerships give you we give you an internal, yeah. You've also got the contrast between free vehicle wash and internal valet. Yeah. Give you a free vehicle wash with every service. We give an internal valet too. So you're lifting those phrases, free vehicle wash, which balances with internal valet. And also you've got another balance going on here, which is 1 against 2. Yeah, did you notice that? Look in the show notes, you'll see the sentence. Have a little look. So you've also got every service, and we give it with every service and every winter tyre change. So let me give you that sentence again, and hopefully you'll be able to notice all of those different contrasts. Quite a bit going on here. Some dealerships give you a free vehicle wash with every service. We give an internal valet too, with every service and every winter tyre change. I am available for voiceovers for commercials. Here's another one from a news story. So again, it's in the show notes. Let me read it to you first and then we'll pick it apart. Okay. The union leader says more talks should happen tonight before Tuesday's strikes, but his deputy says the deal already offered should go to the vote first. Got quite a few things going on there. You've got the union leader and the deputy. You've got tonight and Tuesday, yeah, two balancing acts going on there. You've got more talks and strikes. You've got more talks and the deal already offered, and the strikes and a vote. So these aren't opposites, but they're different things which are balancing. This person says that about this on this day, or this could happen, and this person over here says contrary arguments. Let me give you that sentence again in full, and then we've got an even more complicated one to finish with today. Okay, here we go. The union leader says more talks should happen tonight before Tuesday's strikes, but his deputy says the deal already offered should go to the vote first. Yeah? Obviously I exaggerated then to draw attention to the different bits of the story which make the story, the meaningful words, the words of meaning which help make the story the story. Yesterday, one of the examples was deciding whether to go on holiday by plane or train, and going to the holiday, what the cabin crew might say to you on the plane when they offered you a meal. Okay, you're on holiday with your friends now, and you all want to do something different tomorrow and have a long discussion about who's going to do what and where and when and who with. And it resolves itself with this sentence or two. So, while Jack and James go to the museum, Harry, Harriet and Horace will go to the supermarket and buy sandwiches and drinks for today and soup and rolls for tomorrow, and Patsy and me will get up late because of the delay getting here yesterday, and then we'll all meet up at either the Italian or the Sushi restaurant later. But did you say 7 or 8? An awful lot going on there. Okay, it's a bit of an unusual sentence, but I'm sure that the scenario itself isn't too distant from the kind of situation you've been in yourself before. An awful lot of contrast interwoven with new information. Here are just a few of them. Did you spot these? You've got all of the people's names which contrast with one another, so they're going to be coloured, highlighted, lifted. Jack, James, Harry, Harriet, Horace, Patsy and me. Me, of course, is a synonym for Peter. New information, of course. And also what you're trying to do there is highlight the names, because you want to express to the group and explain to the group exactly who is going with who and where and when and why. Yeah? You've also got the locations which are contrasting. Yeah, remember, while this is happening here, that is happening there. So you've got some people going to the museum, you've got some people going to the supermarket, you've got here, staying here, and then you've got the two restaurants, the Italian and the Sushi. And then you've got the times contrast. Did you spot all of these? Today, tomorrow, yesterday, 7 and 8. There's a huge amount going on there. Okay, do you want to look at that sentence again in your show notes and perhaps put the podcast on pause for a few moments and see whether you can identify all of those things which are contrasting within that paragraph, and then perhaps say that paragraph as you believe it should be said. And when you take me off pause, I'll be back with how I would read it. Okay, so hopefully you had a chance there to put the podcast on pause, to have a look at that paragraph and give it a go yourself with your intonation. Here's my interpretation. Here we go. With all of those different parts of the sentences highlighted when you consider what is contrasting and also what is new information. So, while Jack and James go to the museum, Harry, Harriet and Horace will go to the supermarket and buy sandwiches and drinks for today and soup and rolls for tomorrow, and Patsy and me will get up late because of the delay getting here yesterday, and then we'll all meet up at either the Italian or the Sushi restaurant later. But did you say 7 or 8? There's a lot going on. And sometimes you really need to guide the listener with your intonation. You're signposting to them the meaning, and you're helping lead the way through what could, in that particular set of circumstances, be something quite complicated. And we're talking more about guiding the listener tomorrow as Get a Better Broadcast podcast and video voice continues. From London, I'm Peter Stewart.